absolutely killed it. Britt and Chad, congratulations on this film. This was dream casting to me, to have two of my favorite actors in romances actually come together, and the two of you absolutely killed it. I love the dancing in this. The slow dancing when your characters do meet is really, really sweet. But also, can we talk about this move?
Yes, sprinkler.
Bring this move. I need this move to be happening.
Again?
What was like? Yeah, again.
Bring it back.
What was it like? We've never seen you dance quite like this before. So, what was the rehearsal process like?
Gosh, it was intense. There was a lot, and it was stressful because I had never done this by any means, and so I just kind of put my boots on and I went out there and said, guys, help. Now we went out there and we did the work.
Put his jazz shoes on.
Put my jazz shoes on and my jazz pants and got some flair.
Yes.
But it was great. I had a really, really great support group around myself with, cast, crew, director, Christine Lakin, our choreographer, my wife being super supportive at home. And I got to I was doing body movement for about a month before we even started shooting, so I could learn the different styles. When you're doing country western versus, jazz or stomp or hip hop, they're all very different. And so I had to learn a little bit of how to get into my body for these before we started the choreography, especially when two of these guys are very, very good dancers and very trained, as you could see.
For sure.
You held your own, strong and true.
Definitely held your own, and I love it when your character, Luke, he's practicing while he's doing real life things. So I'm wondering, as actors, what do you guys do to kind of prep for your roles? Are you practicing lines in the shower, in the car? Britt, what do you do? Or do you do stuff like that to prepare?
Well, recently, because I worked with this guy recently, and because I just there's so much to say. I just recently did a procedural, and it's a lot of exposition and a lot of big words, long paragraphs, and it's difficult for the mind to sort of cement those words together exactly the way they should be. And so he said to me, this guy Felix that I work with, he was like, every time you eat, so when you're eating, morning, noon, night, and 3 times, you told me this 3 times before, or no, 3 days before.
Yep.
So I do a combination of those things, but always while doing tasks. I'll do yoga and saying my lines. Today, I was as I was getting up, brushing my teeth, I'm saying them in my head. You just have to, it's the repetitive nature, which is, I guess, similar to dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true, because trying to remember the lines while doing other things, so that way you have it when you're out on
set. If you can do it while doing an activity, which means you're basically using 2 parts of your brain, 2 different parts of your brain, then you're no longer thinking about the words because they're just in your body.
For sure. No, that makes sense. You answered it beautifully. Well, last quick question for you. Lindsay's just down the hall. Freakier Friday.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. So, what can you tease for the fans about being able to work on that film and with Lindsay and Jamie Lee Curtis again?
So much fun. I mean, what a full circle moment for all of us to be able to go back on that set. No time had passed, but yet we'd have whole lives in between. It was just so grateful. It was so cool to walk on that set and see everybody and hug it out, and everyone from our producers, Andrew and Anne Marie and Kristen Burr, the whole team. You see everybody, and here we are 23 years later from the time we were on that set, right?
Right.
And to meet Lindsay's kid and her husband, and to just be there and to watch her work. She's fantastic in this. Get ready.
Wow, 23 years later, but it looks like you guys, it's maybe 5 years later. It's going to be set 5 years later. You guys just...
Is
5 years later.
No,
okay.
It's not, Britt.
I don't think so. No.
Just saying they all look the same. They are giving me the rap. Congratulations again to you, Britt. I love your film.
Thank
Ask Me
you.
Anything. Maturity level you had to do in order to do that role was astounding. It's one of my favorite performances of yours.
Oh, thank
Look
you.
at
Yes.
So
Thank you both so much for your time, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.